Hello and welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is Rasaji Speaks, and this is our Tuesday lesson. Let's look and see what the title of the lesson is for today. Mahavatar Babaji, who is he, and what is his perspective of the world today? Mahavatar Babaji, who is he, and what is his perspective of the world? Well, in Parisi Yogananda's book, that is considered at all times one of the top 5 to 10 most read books in the world, and the average American hasn't read it. Can you imagine? The Bible stays always in the top 3. That's not by accident, but closely behind it is the autobiography of yoga. When Parisi Yogananda and Sri Yukteswar, his mentor, makes reference to Babaji in the autobiography of yoga, they call him the Yoga Christ of India. The Yoga Christ of India. Now, depending on who you talk to, at any given time, Babaji is referred to with many different bodies. But one body, according to my beautiful friend Jim Gore, that a lot of people say was the reincarnation of St. Paul, said that in that immortal body that Babaji had done with what Jesus did after the resurrection, that body was 36,000 years old. That's very old. One time when I was giving Babaji in this lifetime a massage after he had just bathed in the Ganges, he was getting a second bath. It was early afternoon after the witching hour of 1 to 3 o'clock, which was the time Christ was crucified. I was washing his body and I made the statement, how is it that you're so old to be able to look so young? And he looked at me and he just started to laugh. And he said, little Lama, your answer is in your very question. And I said, what did you mean, Yogaji? And he said, when you've lived as long as I have, you learn how to get more young. They refer to Babaji as simple father. If this was the man that was around, who was he? A lot of people have asked me who Melchizedek was, which is supposed to be actually one of Babaji's protege. Depending on what you think of Melchizedek, some people in the East refer to him as Gorthnath, the founder of Hatha Yoga, which means sun and moon. But they're undoubtedly one and the same being according to all the Siddha Yoga lineage and the lineage of the Lamasery and Tai Chi Gum. According to those lineages, this individual is 12,000 years in the human body and obviously shows up in Genesis. And then again, Paul brings him about in Hebrews and talks about who he is, right? When you think about who might Babaji be in the Bible? Well, the name Lord is not only like the church perceives a Lord to be, that Lord thy God is one individual. But actually in the Siddha Yoga lineage, the name Lord refers to as a master of masters, right? So there have been more than one Lord. Now, angels are popping up all the time. Gabriel visits Mary when the Holy Spirit has now conceived in her a child without her even knowing a human man. Archangel Michael appears several times in the Old Testament. And then I want you just to think about that. But there's a couple of times in Old and New Testament where they refer to a particular angel and they call it angel of the Lord. Think for a minute. Who would be, if we're to grow enough to be a minister to by angels, which is true. Babaji's been a minister to by angels over 5 decades in this lifetime. If that is true, then who in the world is an angel of the Lord? According to the lamas at the lamasery and the Siddha Yoga masters, the Siddhas, the 18 immortals, that the angel of the Lord in the Bible is Babaji. You heard it here first at Rasaji Speaks. See you tomorrow on Hump Day. Rakabashai to you and to your glorious angels. See you very, very soon. God bless.